Hi, Namaste. My name is Ali Boothroyd, and I help people to calm, balance, and restore their nervous systems. And I'd like to lead you through a short scan through the layers of the self, through the Maya koshas. And for those of you who aren't familiar with the Maya koshas, these are the layers of the self, or the sheaths of the human experience. And there are 5 different Maya koshas, 5 different layers, and we use them quite frequently in yoga psychology. My teacher, Ashley Turner, is always referring to these different layers in her teachings around yoga and psychology. And so there's the physical body, the food body, the Annamaya kosha, and then there's the bodies get more and more subtle as we move through. So after the physical body, or the food body, there's a more subtle body, which is called the pranamaya kosha, which is the energetic body and also the breath, the pranayam, the life force. And then moving even more subtle, we get into the manomaya kosha, which is the realm of the psyche, the thoughts, the emotions, the mind. Manas means the mind. And then even more subtle, we start to get into the layers that we begin to cultivate more and more with a meditation practice, which is the vijnanamaya kosha, or the wisdom body. And this is the intelligence of life itself. It's the awareness that is there without the mind ruminating or moving through its different patterns. So it's actually that awareness that is able to watch the mind and discern whether thoughts are helpful or hurtful. And this is an even more subtle layer. It's almost like a layer of the self that can watch the bird's eye view, if you will. And then moving even more subtle into Ananda Maya kosha. And Ananda means bliss. But if you think of it almost like the part of you that is one, that's one with all that there is, or the soul part of you. So we'll move from a place of cultivating Ahimsa towards ourselves. So Ahimsa means compassion, and I'm trained in a lineage of yoga which is called Kripalu yoga. And Kripalu, the word roughly translates to being compassionate. So in order to scan through and look at all these different layers of ourselves, we'll do it through the lens of Ahimsa, which means compassionate awareness, or non-harming, non-violence. So in order to cultivate compassion within ourselves so that we can move with compassion through the world and towards others, it's actually vital to create that compassionate awareness from the inside out. So cultivating compassion in the internal landscape of the body, in especially the realm of manomaya kosha, or the thoughts and emotions. So you can start by finding a comfortable seated position, or you can also lay down and do this scan almost like a little bit of a short nidra. So if you're laying down, take any props that you might like for comfort, perhaps blankets, bolsters, things like that. And if you're sitting up, just taking a moment now to close down through the eyes, if you're comfortable to. You can also take a diffused open eye meditation. Noticing the breath. And begin to notice the pelvis. If the pelvis is comfortable in space, you might lift the pelvis and place it back down if you're laying, or you can rock sort of forward and back, side to side in seated position. And then finding a place of neutrality where the pelvis could face straight down towards the earth. So noticing symmetry from right to left, front to back. And then from that place of feeling rooted, grounded in the pelvis, inhaling to feel the spine growing tall. Shoulders relaxing down with each exhale. And allowing any expression that might be lingering in the face just to soften. Softening the space between the brows. Softening the temples. The tongue. Jaw. And begin to welcome the Annamaya kosha, the physical body. And as you welcome Annamaya kosha, you're doing so with the same attitude or the same energy that you would welcome a beloved child. Maybe a grandchild, a niece, a nephew, a baby, or even a beloved pet. So you might bring into your awareness someone, something that you love unconditionally. And then begin to scan through the physical body, noticing the density that's here, the weight of the body, sensations, coolness, or warmth. Noticing any areas that might seem stagnant or restricted. And also areas that might seem to be neutral or free-flowing. With compassionate awareness, scanning through the physical body, just welcoming yourself now just as you are. It's the Annamaya kosha. Nothing to change, nothing to make better. Holding the physical body with compassionate awareness. Loving attention. An intimate attention to the sensations of the physical body just as they are. And then begin to welcome the breath. Noticing the breath that might be breathing you, effortless. And isn't it miraculous that the body knows how to breathe all on its own? And just observing that breath. Noticing the sensations inside the nose of air moving in and out. And noticing any difference in the sensation from inhalation to exhalation. The subtle energies inside the nose. Perhaps a little bit of warmth or humidity on the exhale. Maybe coolness on the inhale. Paying attention to the breath, filling the lungs, the belly, moving gently, expanding, emptying out. And welcoming also how you feel today energetically. And there's no right way to be, noticing if your energy is feeling high or if you're feeling really energized in this moment. Or maybe you're just right. Perhaps you're feeling tired or depleted. Just noticing and welcoming with that compassionate awareness. There's no right way to be. Welcoming yourself just as you are, pranamaya kosha. And then begin to welcome manomaya kosha, noticing first the emotional tone of the body. Noticing any mood that might be present. Again, the welcoming awareness, a compassionate awareness, nothing to change. There's no right way to be. You're sensing and welcoming whatever emotional landscape is present. And you might notice any emotion or mood that's present as a sensation in the body. And holding that with that loving, compassionate awareness, just like you would do for a small, beloved child. Unconditional compassion, unconditional love. And then noticing also the realm of thoughts, the psyche, the mind, and any thoughts that might be present. Are the thoughts moving quickly? Or perhaps there's space between the thoughts. Again, no right way to be. Simply noticing and welcoming. And then also sensing that part of yourself that is able to witness the thoughts, able to witness the emotions that are ever changing, ever moving, ever shifting. There's an awareness there, an intelligence that's able to discern, that's able to watch and witness. It's separate from the thoughts, separate from the emotions. You begin to invite this wisdom body, vijnanamaya kosha, into the foreground of your experience. And you might start to notice the ability to discern what thoughts are helpful, what thoughts are truthful. Most thoughts are simply an opinion or a pattern of the mind. Noticing which thoughts are promoting well-being in harmony within the internal landscape of the self. Which thoughts are cultivating ahimsa, compassionate awareness within the internal landscape. Which thoughts are not promoting ahimsa within yourself. Again, with no need to change or make anything better, but just beginning to tune into that ability. The discerning wisdom body, vijnanamaya kosha. Welcoming the witness consciousness into the foreground. And then for the next few breaths, you might invite a sense of Ananda, Anandamaya Kosha. And you might just imagine that you're basking in the light of your soul. So you might imagine the light of your soul shining down. And maybe it feels like a beam of sunlight. Warmth, radiance. Perhaps there's a rose gold cocoon of healing, loving presence around the body. Just noticing what feels right for you. Beginning to welcome something much larger than yourself. And it might be your connection to all that there is. So hum, I am all that there is. Connection to the natural world. To the entire universe. And taking a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. And you might imagine that you're breathing in Ahimsa, breathing in compassion. Exhaling, sending compassion out into the world. 3 more breaths like this, in through the nose. Let that breath go. And then very slowly, you can rest here for as long as you like in stillness with the breath, or you might start to flutter the eyes open, gathering hands at heart center. Thank you for practicing with me today. I hope you have a lovely, lovely day full of Ahimsa. Namaste.